Hey there. I know it's boring, probably annoying, but I tell you anyways, because I can. But I will never talk about this topic again, ever. Promise. Now, as you all might know, last month I was in a, let's say, unpleasant situation at my workplace, beginning February this year, ending end of August, with me leaving my company after 10 years. Now people say, oh come on, leave the past in the past, it's over, go on living your life. It's not that easy. Now I'm a very logical thinking mind. For me it was never enough to accept something just for the mere existence, like it is what it is. Isn't enough for me. I want to know why. I want to understand. And that was exactly the situation at my workplace. You know, I know what happened. I know why it happened. I know all the participants and their role in this game. But I don't know why. I don't understand how a decent, sentient human being is able to act in that kind of way. It was like my former Oracle support, Mike O'Brien, from Milan, Italy. Gosh, 20 years ago. He always said, seems to be missing a link. I recently watched a funny clip on TikTok. There was a girl with an awesome jigsaw puzzle, 3,000 pieces, beautiful picture. And just before she finished, the last two missing parts in the back didn't fit. It had nothing to do with this jigsaw puzzle at all. And she couldn't finish it. That's how I felt. Or you're watching a movie, but you're late. You're missing the first 20 minutes. You see the entire plot. You know who's falling in love. You know who's the villain. You know how it all worked out. But you don't understand the movie because you have been missing the most important part in the beginning. I don't know if I'm a psychic or if I have psychic abilities. Whereas I'm pretty sure that we all have those kind of abilities. We were just educated to forget how to use them. But just a short story so you understand my point. Back in the days, I think April, roundish, I wasn't talking to my female colleague anymore. She ghosted me. And I was sitting in the evening at home. In fact, I was lying on my sofa, scrolling through TikTok, minding my own business. And as I was lying on my sofa, I heard a voice, clear as day. And it was the voice of my female colleague asking a question to my male colleague. A very particular question. And this voice was so clear as if she was sitting on the sofa next to me. And I was like, what the fuck? That was weird. Next morning in the office, my male colleague came and said, I talked to our colleague, that girl, and she asked me to do this, and I will do that. And I said, I know, she told me. And he knew that we didn't talk to each other. And he said, did she talk to you? I said, no. So how do you know it from her? I said, you wouldn't understand, my friend. Now the entire situation, since for me it is kind of an unsolved mystery, was in my head almost 24/7. Even now, after 3 months after leaving the company, no contact to my colleagues at all. Especially because last year we were friends. And I still don't think that I deserve this kind of treatment. And it was revolving in my head over and over until yesterday. Now yesterday evening, I was lying on my sofa, doing what I can do best, scrolling through TikTok, and I had several downloads. Talk about that a little later. Means buzzing in my ears, beeping. First on the right side, and on the left side, different frequencies. And suddenly, I had an epiphany. It was like being in the dark basement, somebody found the light switch. And I was like, oh. And suddenly, all made sense. Suddenly, all the pieces fell into places. You know, like in the movie Hellraiser with this artifact, when they twisted it in a specific direction, fell into shape, and suddenly Pinhead appears. Now I don't tell you what I am definitely sure had happened, because it's a little spicy. But I am 100% sure, because now everything makes sense. Every behavior from every single person makes sense now. It's amazing, and you cannot convince me of the opposite. Even if somebody or some of my former colleagues would came to me like, what the heck you're talking about in your videos? I wouldn't tell them either, because it's too embarrassing. They would deny it. You know, it's like Albert Einstein contemplating about the universe. Like Big Bang, universe is expanding, so far so hoopy. But why the heck the expansion is accelerating? Didn't make any sense at all. Until he found the cosmological constant. And suddenly, all pieces fell into place and everything made perfect sense. I found my cosmological constant. And regarding this, your poor lost souls, I feel sorry for you. I pray for you, and on Friday, on full moon, I light a candle for you. And I'm so happy to be out of that shit show. Now, this was the epilogue. The book is read. Let's burn it now and for good. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned, and think twice. Ciao, ciao.